Yeah, I got makeup on my phone all the time too. Like I actually had Apple tell me, iPhone tell me, clean your camera lens before it took a picture. I was like, oh my God, I feel personally attacked.
Never had that before. That's cool.
I have never.
Yeah, I think I was the first one to ever get notified that. Okay, all right, now you can show it off, Lindsay.
Oh,
Okay.
no, ready? I'm so excited
Yeah,
for my care package, and it came with my glasses,
my Rico
my
glasses.
Rico glasses. What you
Nice.
think? What you think, buddy? What,
Baby.
that was my mouth. Oh, this is very, very, very disturbing relationship.
Is that one Rue? I can never tell the difference.
Blackie is black. Rue is the color of Rue, like cooking Rue, ROUX. That's why she's called
Okay,
Rue.
thank you.
So brown and black. That's right. Tell him.
Hi. Aw.
Oh, it's a hot mess up in this house today.
Whiskey's the color of whiskey, so
Which
there's
is the color of your hair, Sandy, which is hilarious.
we planned it that way.
Right. Well, like I said, we're a mobile brokerage, and my mobile butt is about to get on the road. So that is why I'm doing my Zoom from my phone.
Awesome.
That's also the
How
beauty
do
of
you tune in?
being
I'm
a
really
part of this
excited that
company.
you'll be around to talk for part of the announcement.
Oh yeah, I'll be here.
Oh man, and I totally didn't put the photos up.
All right. Well, good
I'm really
morning,
winning
everybody.
today.
This is our company meeting, and today we have two big things to talk about. But first, welcome to my real estate company's company meeting for Thursday, October 9th, 2025, 10 a.m. Central.
Usually on the title slide, we like to put different photos, something that, happened the previous week, different events, whatever's going on. And there was like a really really cute photo from IR convention. And I was like, I made a big deal about asking for it from Annie and Holly, and they got it to me this morning, and it didn't make it to the slide. So I apologize, ladies.
We'll put it on next week. It's okay.
So, philosophy at our company is we don't have meetings just to have meetings. We think that's bullshit. So, we want to make sure this is a very purposeful time for you and your business. We're not going to drag it out. We're going to make sure that you know the things that you need to know about this company and hopefully leave the call adding something to your business. The quote of the week: the best way to predict the future is to build it. Peter Drucker. That is foreshadowing, by the way.
Our mission, to be sustainable for us, profitable for you. We want to be all the things, Sandy.
We want to, and our vision is we want to change the way that real estate feels. Okay. We want to build on relationships, take the cheesiness and the right now out of real estate. So whether that is you with your clients, we want to train you how to, not be a used car salesman, be in it for the long game, or whether that's us with you, the real estate agent, we want to get out of that whole gross MLM recruiting style game and get back to the real support that you need as an agent. Your growth here is not capped, it's expected, and we'll do everything we can to support it.
Our core values: built for relationships, impact over influence, handle it, radical transparency, productive conversations, pivot fast, play smart, and business over buzzwords. And I feel like in the last couple of days, really for me, productive conversations has been the most impactful core value. Having, the important conversations and getting straight to the point, having the hard conversations to really get to the truth. I don't know how to explain it, but it's been great.
I agree. And I was just talking to Holly about this last night. Radical transparency. We've done a bit of that over the past week or so with our staff. We'll always give it to you guys straight. And I think it's all brought us and made us just all the more productive, and we've been killing it. And I'm very proud of you guys. We don't compromise on this list. If we hire you, serve you, or collaborate with you, this is the standard. So, last week or this week, we did ghost stories and we're carrying that through all the way in October. It was really fun. I read about the Amityville horror, basically. So next week for Tactical Tuesday, I'm going to read about The Conjuring, and I put my hood up and we got all into it. We made sure we were all in dark atmosphere, and I read it podcast style, the whole story about it, and really get into it. And then afterward, we open it up for a real estate discussion. Like, could you imagine being the fucking real estate agent that accidentally sells your buyers the Conjuring house, and then they're calling you like, bunch of weird shit's going on here. I want my money back. Like, how do you handle that? What's the liability? Do you live in a stigmatized property disclosure state? What do you need to know? How do you handle things? So let's make it productive and fun. Like, training can be fun.
All right, and on Work It Wednesday, we are going to
I
do
didn't change that
Slack.
headline. Sorry.
I was like, wait, what?
My bad.
We're going to do 102, Slack 102. So Annie did a great job yesterday talking about the Slack basics, right? What you need to do, change some of your settings, the channels, the automations we have in there. So next step is 102. So you'll be able to learn the next level of Slack and really customize it in order to use it to its maximum potential.
And watch 101's training before, if you can, before you come to 102, because we'll spend the first few minutes answering, a little Q&A, anything you want clarification on, things like that. Annie ran an amazing training. She did a great job. I just wanted to give you those props again, Annie. It was awesome. You came prepared. You were just an animal. So thank you so much for that. And do you want to add anything about next week's training, Annie?
Yeah, I highly recommend, because who was it? Erin. Like, when you mentioned something at the end, Sandy, it was like a light bulb went off for her. And I feel like that's what happened to me because I was so anti-Slack. And then one day a light bulb went off. And so these trainings are meant to do that. They're meant to help you find your why this is beneficial for your business. So yeah.
There's a reason that 77% of Fortune 100 companies use Slack. It's not an accident.
Yep. So I just like to feature, reviews are important to agents and to companies. So, we have some amazing reviews online, and this is one of the recent ones. Okay, about my real estate company, I can honestly say that they are the best in the business. The level of support and guidance I receive from the team is unmatched. Whether it's a question, a challenge, or just needing advice, they are always there for me no matter the time or day. The resources they provide, the mentorship and constant encouragement make me feel confident and empowered in my career. The entire team is always available, and I never feel like I'm on my own. I'm super thankful to be part of this amazing company. So,
Oh, thank you guys. That's amazing. Okay, so we made this resource for new agents, for struggling agents, and anybody that comes in to join our company. I poured a lot of love and a lot of my knowledge in this from my, gosh, damn near 10 years of production in real estate. This is not just some garbage that AI threw out. This is some really, really good information. If you were sitting here being like, how do I get to 2 closings in 30 days? Like, if I were to move to a brand new community, I would use this playbook to start my real estate career. So if you want this playbook, Nate, and I don't know if we can grab it from our company meeting and throw it in the chat, that link, that'd be amazing. But we've got this as a resource for you, the agents, anybody at our company. And if you're watching this on Twitch, go ahead and DM us if you want the link, and we're happy to give it to you.
all right, we should have done like a drum roll slide.
Well, the cat's out of the bag. Surprise. So this was a really amazing amazing. So first of all, I just want to say how grateful we are to have Lindsay Holland, our Texas broker, partner in crime on board, because she has really truly contributed a lot of really good ideas and a lot of good information, a lot of great opinions that are like, hey, here's what I know has worked in the past. Here's what I've seen that doesn't work. Here are some things that I recommend prioritizing at this brokerage. And there are things that national brokerages, as they've expanded, they should have maybe prioritized certain things that they hadn't. And so Lindsay made it very clear, the sooner we kick off a non-NAR side-by-side, non-NAR brokerage, the better. Because first of all, it just goes with our ethos, right? We believe in freedom of choice for our agents, freedom and of choice for your e-sign platform, freedom of choice for all different things. We want you to be able to have that. So freedom of choice, like if you want to be a NAR member or not. So the farm, ranch, and commercial agents are now able to join my real estate company, not have to be a member of NAR. We offer amazing splits, the opportunity to max out, which is really good for commercial farm and ranch agents. And then we call them freedom agents who want to run their business their way without outdated rules holding them back. And there's also, the referral agents, the ones that want to stay in the game. Maybe they can't keep up with the NAR fees. Those are like $1,200 to $1,500 a year. That's a lot of overhead if you're not actually closing deals. What was it, like 70 something percent of agents, of realtors, did not close a single deal last year?
It's
And
crazy.
they were paying $1,500 a year to NAR and didn't close a single transaction. So let alone what they're paying their brokerage, let alone any of the other fees, let alone if they were marketing properties that they didn't close. So, I mean, who knows what kind of costs they're drowning in, right? So we wanted to develop some solutions for our agents. Whether you're currently with us or not, this could be a solution for you. So here's the first one. There are referral brokerages out there that agents hang their license at, right? But it's kind of like turns into a graveyard. It kind of is like death for your career. If you decide you're going into referral status, it's like you're done. Your license is hung up on a shelf and it's collecting dust, and there's no way that you're thinking about getting back in the game unless you plunge all the way back in. So Holly and I were thinking, well, how can we help these agents? So at my real estate company, too, it's $49 a month, and it's 80-20, which is a split for internal referrals, i.e. if you refer to my RICO agents, 70-30 split on external referrals, anybody outside the company. And you still have direct access to all my RICO agents and company support through Slack. You stay connected inside of our Slack intranet program, and you also have access to Google Workspace, email, calendar, Google Drive, Google Meet. You can access these tools that you wouldn't normally have access to if you're just hanging your license at a referral brokerage. You have access to our full training library. You can attend any of our live meetings, stay up on your license knowledge, stay up on your game, essentially. You can keep access to discounted CE and just stay connected, visible, still part of things. And also this, keep your dignity, have this strategic reset, and not have sometimes like the shame that goes along with, oh, now I'm in referral status. I just had to call it. I had to call it. So we are offering a strategic reset path if you want it to be in referral status and not end your career. So that's the first option. Trying to get my mouse working here again. Okay, so this is how it compares with the My Real Estate Company fees. Our normal fees are $189 a month, and also you can always pay a year up front and get 2 months free. It's over at my real estate company. It's a $299 join fee, $250 per transaction. So you can kind of see the difference. Like, you're not going to get access to all this other stuff because you're not with my real estate company producing all kinds of this stuff. You don't get access to our health insurance or our in-house TC. The idea is to kind of get you back on your feet, right? If you want to, or if you want to hang out in referral status and keep referring and not lift a finger, we're here to help you with that as well. So here are the splits and cap for commercial, farm, and ranch. We have a monthly fee of $249. The join fee is $500, or if you're transferring from my real estate company proper, it'd be just $200 to transfer. $350 transaction fee, and you get to max out at $22,500 a year, and then keep 100% of your commission. It's just $350 a transaction after that. Pretty unheard of in the commercial, farm, and ranch space. You get access to everything, full Slack, support, leadership visibility, direct line to compliance, your broker, leadership, everything. Google Workspace is included, luxury presence, Dotloop, Follow Up Boss, all that stuff, plus at least one specialty system of choice: LoopNet, Crexi, CoStar. You can read the slide. I'm not going to do that for you. You can attend, obviously, all of our trainings, our full library that we keep pretty good tabs on. Nate has been doing a great job organizing it for us and making it visible. Obviously, the discounted CE, My Credits rewards. You got access to real health insurance. This is not just a virtual telehealth program. This is real in-person health insurance that qualifies on your IRS qualification. And transaction coordinator support, we're working on it. It's currently for residential agents only, but we would love to be able to offer that to commercial, farm, and ranch in the future. So we don't want to offer anything until it's ready, but this is what we've put together for you so far. Lindsay, would you like to add anything on this one?
I mean, this is amazing. There are some brokerages that have taken 10 years to develop a secondary brokerage to compete with the full commercial and farm and ranch and non-NAR market. You know, there's a lot of lucrative real estate brokers that do that full time. It's specialty. You talk about all these sectors and the sky's the limit for real estate, but there's only a handful of homes for these types of agents. And also, some of those places aren't up to par with the technology, and they're not forward thinking about a mobile brokerage. And so this is a really cool option. I think people have been dreaming of this. I had a chance to there was another firm I was with that released a commercial brokerage, and they also housed referral under it. And it was profitable in 3 years. And the CFOs of the company were just like, how did we miss that? And it's like, listen, it's real easy to start in real estate because you get kicked out into the residential world. But if you start thinking of the bigger picture and, companies that do sell commercial, do sell farm and ranch, real agricultural, which turns into partly commercial, and those investor clients, that's a really big game. It's advanced real estate, it's advanced negotiating, and also too, we're going to talk a little bit more down the road about business brokering, which commercial agents partner with business brokers because people are selling their business, not just the real estate that goes with the company they're selling. It's just this is revolutionary to be such a young company, but like your philosophy, let's pick the best and the most efficient in our market and just make it happen right now. And that goes to show you that the people in this organization are not only forward thinkers, but they're doers. We are a get shit done group of people, and we're here to be successful and to help all of our partners and our agents be successful too.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks, Lindsay.
So before we move on, I wanted to say that the name is intentional, right? My real estate company, TOO, it's a sister brokerage to my real estate company. It was not an afterthought. It was part of the vision. We just moved up the timeline. And so, I just want to make sure everyone knows that we're very excited. The My is still customizable into your colors. And we really just want agents to have that choice of non-NAR membership, NAR membership, and be successful in whatever path they choose and be able to change directions anytime with our support as well. So that's all.
My real estate company too.
All right. So it looks like we're having 2 promotions with the CE company in October for all real estate mortgage appraisals. You can try promo code Mission 35.
So Mission 35 is for CE basically, and Mission 40 is for pre-licensing. They made it very wordy. I put in all their words, but essentially CE is 35% off, 40% off is for the pre-license.
Okay. Awesome.
Nate, you're up. I'm going to stop sharing so you can
All right.
share.
Hello, everybody. I wanted to share something that I've been working on this week for all of our agents, our wonderful agents. I posted in the chat here a link to my company agent kind of like web page here. And I'm just going to show this off a little bit. So I've had a couple questions from agents like, hey, how do I find these meetings, these wonderful meetings that you guys are doing, right? So I wanted to create a spot for you guys that you can access the meetings. Also, just any other important things that's going on with our company, things that might be easier for you to find, stuff like that. So here's the My Company Agent webpage. If you scroll down, right here you have the training and development. So these are where all our meetings are going to go to, and any other trainings we do. So when you click on this on the top part, here's all of our meetings. So for instance, today's company meeting is going to go into the company meeting recordings. And this is all organized by the date. There's little toggles here that you can drop down. So if you wanted to see something in September that we covered, you can drop down here and select that and it'll have the full meeting. One thing I wanted to point out is give us about a business day to upload the meeting into the website. So if you miss it, I want to try my very best to get it within the next couple hours after the meeting. But, sometimes things happen, but, if you could give us a day, at least it will be on there nice and organized for you. But it has other things on here too. Like recently I submitted all of the emoji file statuses in your chat, in your Slack chat. So if you click here, that is another reference to find. If you have any ideas on how to improve this too, things that you want to see, reach out to me and let me know, and I can add that on here for you. We have a really cool thing that's going to be coming soon. It's not yet developed, so when you click on it, it's right now blank, but I'm going to be updating this page every other week or so, and making sure that you have all the up-to-date information. So for instance, when we announced my real estate company 2, that will be on here with all that information. So you're like, hey, I missed that, I want to more information. That will be on this page. Cool. That's all I want to share.
I'm very, very excited about this resource.
Thanks so much for putting that together, Nate. That's awesome.
You're welcome. And I can put that link too in everybody's Slack channel, support channel. So they'll have that easily accessible. And I'll even put it on the company meetings Slack channel as well.
Awesome. Love it. All right. Annie Banani.
Hello. I really don't have a whole lot to talk about this week. It's same stuff, different week. Those of you that aren't using TC, hit me up. I'll let you know what you're missing out on, how I can help you. In general, it has been going really smoothly lately. People have really adapted to using Slack, using their channels, communicating what they need, get it done lickety split. There is still a guideline for turnaround times, but to be honest, if I'm not if everything stops in my world, if you need something, if you need an offer, if you need a buyer packet, a listing packet, I like to be able to be as efficient as possible to get those documents sent to your clients, organized, get your deadlines on trying to stay on top of them. That's kind of my shtick for the week. I don't have a whole lot else to talk about though. So
Love it. Thank you. Holly, you're up, girl.
So this is what you've all been waiting for, and thank you for the people who came just for this and have been messaging me like, "What are you going to talk about this?" So I'm sure you've all heard by now that Zillow and ChatGPT are now in bed together.
Everybody's heard this, Holly.
All right.
Everybody.
Well, so they're in bed together now. So Zillow is inside ChatGPT. So we wanted to talk a little bit about what that means for real estate agents and how you can, leverage that and win, come out ahead. So first of all, I tried it myself. You should try it as well. See if you can get it to work, the integration to work. So far on my phone, on my app, which is upgraded, it's not working. Could be my region, I don't know. But it will eventually work, just like all things AI. At first, it's a slow burn. So, but now is the time more than ever to become the community expert and really drive down your services to a niche. So, because what you want to do is you want to develop that street cred, develop trust, and make sure that when these AIs are out there researching very quickly, mind you, and they're trying to find the expert on that subject, you're the one that comes up. Your videos, your blog, your social media, your reviews. So there's a couple different ways we can start doing that if you haven't yet. The first is to, make sure you've got all of your profiles up and running and built out, and you're freshening them regularly with posts and information about your community. Decide which community you want to focus on, because I'm telling you, you're going to want to focus on one community in order to win this battle, right? Instead of trying to be the one that comes up when somebody just researches homes in Iowa, I want to be the expert when they look for homes in Spencer. Now, are there other markets around me that have higher price points that'd be great to sell? Great, yes. But I would rather spend all my time and energy making sure everyone knows I am the Spencer, Iowa community expert. So you want to make sure you have your Google business profiles, and we're going to do trainings on these after we're done with our Slack trainings. So for the rest of the year, but Google business profiles, your Yelp profile, your Zillow profile, and any sort of like other profiles that you can think of, Yelp, but Yelp, we'll get to that in a second. So you want to make sure that your business information is up to date. You've got the same phone number, the same email. I would argue the same headshot, which is another training we can do on how to make headshots more creative and stand out. But you want to become the community expert. So you want to make sure you're doing those videos, interviews, food reviews of the local businesses and restaurants in your area. You want to make sure that you're even collaborating with them. So you're, getting that crossover audience, right? You want to make sure that you're sharing articles, sharing community news, when all the events are happening, where they're happening, who's hosting them. And you want to be the source of the information, not just about real estate houses, but truly about the market, because that is what's going to differentiate you from the AI. So I was listening to this really fascinating podcast a couple of days ago on one of my long drives, and they were talking to a startup that had failed. And the moral of the story was this startup started because they thought they could cut out the real estate agent and they could do direct to consumers, buyers and sellers, and really help, do things from some office in California all over the country, right? They did not take into consideration the emotional and the emotional impact that real estate transactions are. And at the end of the day, there's value in that, right? So they would work with somebody and then they'd get ghosted. And the person would be like, well, it was multiple offers, so we wanted to go with an agent that knew the market. We wanted to go with an agent that has worked with the listing agent before. It's the same reason why you as agents prefer to work with lenders that are local, right? Like you would rather work with a local lender than one that's at one of these mass companies. Now, we can get the deal done, sure, but it's a little uneasy. Like when you're talking to your seller, are you more inclined to be like, you know, hey, this is the local bank down the street versus this is a big one. Like, what are your experiences been, right? Because that local energy matters. So become the community expert. Pick a niche. So beyond even being the community expert, what is your niche? Is it first-time home buyers? Is it senior citizens who are downsizing and ready to move on? How can you help them with that transition? You know, auctions, moving, all of the things. So we can, again, we can do a training on each one of these, even more specific. So I'll try to keep it short. But, you know, the ChatGPT is going to connect the data. It's not going to tell these people the history necessarily. It's not going to tell them how the carpet smells. You know, Sandy made a really great song. I don't know if we can release it, but it's a really great song about how, you know, these AIs can't, they can try to tell you what your home is worth, but even that is hit or miss because they're not taking into consideration the quality of the materials used, the fact that a flood took down the basement last year, that the entire house needs to be burned because it just smells like cat pee, right? So those are the things that are going to matter at the end of the day. So I would say you need to really figure out who you are, what area you want to serve. I mean, I think it's easiest to serve in the community that you live in, but moving isn't necessarily an option for everybody. So you got to make your choice. But I lost my train of thought, of course. So one thing that you can do, and I don't think that you can do it. You can try saying top realtor in or best real estate agent in Spencer, Iowa, or best real estate agent near me. Now, I've tried that before, and my ChatGPT has been like, "Oh, Holly Brink." I think it knows me though, right? So I would rather have Ann or Sandy or even Nate in Arizona. Can you pull up ChatGPT and see who the best real estate agent is in Spencer, Iowa? And if it's not me, then I've got some work to do, right? And then you've got to maintain it because if we've learned anything these past 6 months, it's that AI is growing faster than we can imagine. Like it's the fastest, like it's like when a little baby goes from like infant to like 3, but it's happening in the course of 48 hours. So you've got to keep on top of it. You got to be in a company that's on top of it. Like you can't have developed a program, 6 months ago and then just sit on it. You have to continually make advancements and make improvements and lean into all the things. So that is my soapbox for today. Any thoughts or questions from the peanut gallery?
Well, I just wanted to quickly say, like, the reason I sarcastically was like, yeah, everybody knows that Zillow and ChatGPT are like, Holly, nobody knows this. Like, you are always at the forefront of technology. And that's part of the reason why we're so fortunate to have you at this brokerage and sharing your knowledge with us because the fact, like you were telling me about this last night, I'm like, oh shit, we got to put this in our company meeting. I didn't even know it, and I stay pretty up and up. So I have never had a brokerage that teaches me this stuff as it's coming out. And you and I truly want to be this brokerage where agents are learning this shit like day of, next day. They know their shit when they go into their next listing appointment because their sellers were listening to the news or, they're not caught off guard. We want you to be the very best you can possibly be. And so, yeah, I just wanted to explain, where my sarcasm was coming from because it's like you really know your shit and we are all better for it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. One thing I didn't say either is I think that now is the time to lean into not only blog posts, which are not even because anyone's going to read them, you guys, but because the AI is going to read them. So I think now's the time to invest in blog posts and that those single page property websites that we can do on our website, on our luxury presence site, I think it's going to be huge. And then really triggering the keywords and we're pivoting now from like 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 400,000 to like the stories and what are buyers searching for. It might not be the specific verbiage we have in the MLS. It might be, it's more human, right? So all things to think about. More trainings will come out. We have so much to cover and not enough time. We might even do a class and then release it. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm so excited. I love it when ideas just come to me. All
I
right.
love segments, Holly, when you really get going. That was awesome.
Well, and then I actually meant to tell the staff this the other day, but sometimes I yawn a lot and like I'm not even tired, because I wear my CPAP and I'm taking my B vitamins. So we were like researching like why could I be yawning? And it's because my brain is overheating. So like my body's trying to cool down my brain. So when you see me yawn, it's because of my brilliance is
Do
not
not listen to her. Just you were on a roll. Everybody was taking you seriously. Girl, know when to stop.
Makes sense to me.
Use that one in my next meeting. I can't wait.
Well, this concludes the business portion of today's company meeting.
Thanks for coming.
Wrong. Does anybody have any coffee chat topics? Anybody need any questions answered in their business before we close it out?
Let me see if we have anything. As I text.
Nope, I already looked.
Okay.
All right, Holly, close us out.
All right. Well, hey, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you. When in doubt, reach out. Message us if you need us. We are here for you. We all started this morning with a blank slate at 0. So go out and find a buyer, a seller, or an agent to talk to. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.